Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. The Lakers were crushed by the Atlanta Hawks, a disgrace for a team that aspires to be champions. The Lakers showed a lot of defensive weakness, and some players are not fit to remain with the Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Netsch, and Bronny James are inconsistent, and one option is to trade them and bring in a new center to rotate with DeAndre Ayton. Maxi Kleber and Gabe Vincent are also candidates to be traded. The Lakers have 5 unproductive players and need to release them in trades with other teams. The Lakers need to sign an elite shooter, a center, and a high-level defender to reach the playoffs and the championship finals. Luka Doncic wants the Lakers to sign Daniel Gafford from the Dallas Mavericks. Teams are reportedly expected to monitor Daniel Gafford's trade status this season, and if the Dallas Mavericks decide to move him, he could very well end up getting sent to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers have been Mavericks fans' #1 enemy ever since they fleeced Nico Harrison for Luka Doncic back on February 1st, and this would throw fans through the ringer once again. The Lakers have strong trade interest in Gafford that dates back to last season, according to ClutchPoints NBA insider Brett Siegel, and this is the last thing that Mavs fans wanted to hear. Los Angeles trading for Gafford to reunite with Doncic would rip fans' hearts out, as this duo would probably pick up right where they left off. They never got a chance to avenge their unfinished business when they fell short against the Boston Celtics in the 2024 NBA Finals, and the Lakers would be even tougher to beat if they got their hands on Gafford. Los Angeles is 7-2 on the year despite LeBron James not playing a single game yet, and they're already looking like the team to beat in the West along with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Lakers have their sights set on Daniel Gafford. Doncic and Gafford were one of the best pick-and-roll duos in the NBA during their short time as Mavericks teammates, and their chemistry was strong right from the jump. Doncic was always looking to throw lobs to Gafford and get him as involved as possible, and Los Angeles may be a better spot for him considering how bad Dallas' offense looks to begin this season. They are currently the worst-ranked offense in the NBA, and this is only making things harder on Gafford. There is no flow, and fans are beginning to doubt Jay Triano's Princeton-style offense. They are no longer running constant pick-and-rolls with Gafford, and he is getting most of his points off scoring after catching the ball in the paint or after securing an offensive rebound. Gafford is still a strong finisher with his back to the basket due to his solid touch in the paint, but the Mavericks aren't maximizing his skill set. Gafford is best when he's playing next to an elite playmaker who can serve up lobs for him right at the rim, and Dallas doesn't have that anymore. He was in a perfect situation on the Mavericks before they traded Doncic, and the best situation for him may be to play elsewhere, such as Los Angeles. He just signed a 3-year, $54 million extension that narrowly avoided a 6-month trade restriction, and it wouldn't be shocking if the Mavericks move on in an effort to somehow salvage the season. This season already seems unfixable 9 games in, but they could definitely get some decent value back for him due to his rim protection and paint presence on both ends of the floor. Seeing him join Doncic once again would break Mavericks fans to the core, but this has seemed like a realistic option for months due to Gafford's dynamic with Doncic, as well as the Lakers' team needs. Los Angeles has gotten great production out of DeAndre Ayton, but bringing in Gafford would be a major upgrade over Jackson Hayes. Gafford and Doncic's bond is no secret, as Gafford was interested in teaming up with Doncic on Team Slovenia, and while Gafford being traded to the Lakers may be the perfect trade for them, it would be the worst move for Mavericks fans' well-being. J.J. Redick, Marcus Smart has been quarterback of Lakers defense. Marcus Smart was a thorn in the Los Angeles Lakers' side for nearly a decade as a member of the Boston Celtics. However, LA jumped on the opportunity of bringing in Smart when the Washington Wizards bought him out during this past offseason. Injuries have hampered the former Defensive Player of the Year in recent years, and he was looking to rehab his value with the Lakers. At 31 years old, Smart has flaws as a player, but he slots in nicely to fill the void Dorian Finney-Smith left as a vocal leader. Despite shooting poorly, 40.7% from the field and 23.3% from three-point range, Smart's defensive impact is felt tremendously. Admittedly, LA does not have upper echelon defensive personnel, but having a player who takes pride in defense empowers others to follow his lead. Head coach J.J. Redick appreciates Smart incorporating a competitive and physical nature to the team. With LeBron James out, the veteran guard is assuming that quarterback role on defense, and Redick is looking forward to both of them being on the floor together at some point. "Yeah, we have to be a physical defense to be a good defense, just like most teams, and I like using the term like the quarterback of the defense out there," Redick said. "And last year for us, that was LeBron, and we're excited at some point to get LeBron back because then we'll have two quarterbacks out there because Marcus has really embraced that for us, and it's been very impactful for that side of the floor. Even as a ball handler, Smart is a connective piece to relieve pressure off of Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. If he is able to recapture an around league average three-point percentage, it will be harder for him to get off the floor." To begin this season, the Lakers' schedule was not too difficult, but the injuries were already piling up. With that being the case, no one envisioned a strong early season start for LA. A key reason for it though is Redick getting his team to compete every night, no matter who is on the floor. Smart is a prime reason behind this culture shift, and hopefully it sustains for a full 82-game season. Lakers facing brutal lineup decision that will directly impact free agency. Who gets dropped down to the bench when LeBron James returns? RR calls out lack of competitive fire from Warriors. The Los Angeles Lakers will soon be forced to navigate one of those brutal problems that great NBA teams have. It involves the starting lineup, and having a little bit too much in-house talent to have an easy decision on who slots in where when every member of the team is healthy. J.J. Redick and his staff have been forced to mix it up a lot in the early parts of the 2025-26 NBA season. With no LeBron James altogether, Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves popping in and out of the lineup, plus other key members being absent at times, there has been very little consistency with who the starting five is. There are some easier assumptions that can be made. When the three stars are healthy, there should be an expectation of Doncic, James, and Reeves all being featured at the beginning of the night. Likewise, no one will be threatening DeAndre Ayton's spot in the starting lineup either. What happens after that? Smart probably returns to the bench in favor of Reeves, even if the veteran guard has been the perfect role player for the Lakers. Does Rui Hachimura or Jake LaRavia get the final spot? If it is the latter, that will undoubtedly play a factor in how Rob Pelinka treats Hachimura in the 2026 offseason. Lakers' decision will tell everyone exactly how they view Rui Hachimura. Hachimura is one of the Lakers who is set to hit unrestricted free agency in the summer upon the completion of his 3-year, $51 million deal. The Lakers forward is earning close to $18.3 million in the last year of that contract during 2025-26. This past offseason shown that teams are a lot more cautious about paying the members of their roster who are in that awkward zone of good, but not great. The current CBA climate is not a friendly one to the middle class of the NBA, which Hachimura would fall into. To his credit, the former lottery pick has been a valuable member of the Lakers throughout his time in Los Angeles. Hachimura has averaged 12.8 points and 4.5 rebounds in 28.1 minutes per game during his career in Hollywood, shooting 52.1% from the field and 40.6% from deep. That three-point mark, in particular, makes him a very attractive player to have around Doncic, who thrives with shooters. For his part, the 27-year-old forward has been tremendous for the Lakers this season. Hachimura has averaged 16.7 points and 3.9 rebounds, shooting 58.9% from the field, and a blistering hot percentage of 47.2 on his 4.0 attempts per game from beyond the arc. That should give him a strong case to be Redick's last starter when everyone is healthy. LaRavia has not exactly been an afterthought, though. The new arrival has thrived from the get-go, and is arguably the better two-way option of the forwards in question. Whether Hachimura is a starter will not be the make-or-break factor of his free agency negotiations, but it will not have zero consideration either. There will be undeniable ripple effects from what Redick decides is his best starting group when everyone is available. J.J. Redick, DeAndre Ayton showing he's winning basketball player with Lakers. A storyline worth monitoring entering the 2025-26 season was DeAndre Ayton with the Los Angeles Lakers. After last year, LA clearly needed a starting caliber center to pair next to Luka Doncic, and general manager Rob Pelinka signed Ayton on a discounted price after he was bought out by the Portland Trail Blazers. The former number 1 pick's baggage in his previous stops was well documented, as at times, the 7-footer has become disconnected on both ends during his respective tenures with the Phoenix Suns and Trail Blazers. This past summer served as a wake-up call for Ayton, as Portland bought him out and he unexpectedly hit free agency. With that, the Lakers gave him a new home and an opportunity to prove himself a championship-caliber player. So far, so good in LA, as Ayton has been a steady source of production offensively and, more importantly, defensively. Head coach J.J. Redick applauded the big man for his superb start to the regular season. "I think he's played phenomenal all season," Redick said. "I mean, the one game you can point to where his numbers were down, where it was the game that he exited and didn't play in the second half. He's had a phenomenal start to the year. He has embraced his teammates. He's embraced his role. He's sacrificed in terms of just being a screener and getting his guys open. He's finding his spots. He's just in a really comfortable rhythm right now, and he's doing a lot of stuff." I pointed to the defense in the fourth quarter. "He was a big part of that. The help side blocks, the one-on-one blocks, he's showing that he's a winning basketball player, and it's been really fun to see that blossom over the last whatever it is now, 3 weeks. Through 8 games, Ayton is averaging 17.5 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks on 65.7% from the field. Pick-and-roll chemistry is slowly developing with Doncic, but his partnership with Austin Reeves has blossomed quickly. As a short roller, the elbow or free throw line jumper are automatic, as that is Ayton's go-to shot. Meanwhile, with Doncic, he is feeding him more in the paint and doing damage closer to the rim. Overall, Reeves and Doncic have made conservative efforts to feed Ayton, and he is reaping the benefits of it. However, his rim deterrence deserves praise as well, which is a credit to Redick receiving early season buy-in from every player on this roster. Eddie Johnson praises Lakers' success despite key stars missing time. "The Los Angeles Lakers were expected to be one of the top teams in the West with all their stars healthy, but the fact that they are number 2 with a 7-2 start despite having their top 3 players out injured is insane. It signals that the Lakers are once again ready to compete for the crown." LeBron James has not played a minute this season because of his sciatica issue. Luka Doncic has been dealing with a finger sprain and a leg contusion that kept him out for several games. Austin Reeves has been carrying the load on his own, but now the 27-year-old has been listed as out for tomorrow's matchup against the Hawks. This should not worry the Lakers fanbase or the organization because head coach J.J. Redick has been making it work. It is an impressive precedent, and one that makes you wonder how good the Lakers will be once James, Doncic, and Reeves are all logging consistent minutes. Luka out? Lakers still been winning early. LeBron's out, they're winning. Reeves, they're by himself, they're winning. It's a different animal that the Lakers are sending to the rest of the league, stated Johnson. And the Lakers haven't just been playing scrubs either. They just toppled the equally red-hot Spurs 118-116. The West will be a dogfight this year, and the Lakers are proving that they belong. As good as the Lakers have been, a big question looms over the franchise. Can they maintain this momentum? 82 games is a long stretch, and with how fragile guys have become in this era, there's no guarantee the Lakers will have the big 3 at 100% come postseason. Johnson asked the same question. "It's going to be interesting to see if they can maintain," he added during his interview. The good news for Lakers fans is that they still get to see LeBron's season debut at some point, so if they do reach a low point, there's that beacon of light to resurrect them. One thing the Lakers cannot do is take their foot off the gas pedal. They play the Hawks and the Hornets next, but then they have a matchup against the first-place defending champs, the OKC Thunder. That game will truly test whether this team can rub shoulders with the big guns. A win there would send a loud message to the rest of the league that this early success isn't just a hot streak. It might be something real. Still, there is good reason to believe in this squad because the system is working and the energy is there. Now it is just about holding that together and making sure that when the big stage lights come on, they will be ready. And if this is what they look like while short-handed, the rest of the NBA better hope they do not get fully healthy anytime soon. Maxi Kleber dishes honesty on Luka Doncic's joy with Lakers. The post Maxi Kleber dishes honesty on Luka Doncic's joy with Lakers appeared first on Clutch Points. As the Los Angeles Lakers, 7-2, prepare to begin their 5-game road trip with a matchup against the Atlanta Hawks, 4-5, on Saturday, veteran forward Maxi Kleber reflected on Luka Doncic's renewed happiness since joining the team last season. Speaking to Kobe Price of the Southern California News Group during media availability, Kleber shared his thoughts on Doncic's transition from Dallas to Los Angeles following the blockbuster trade that sent Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick to the Mavericks. I think obviously it was a tough situation, very unexpected the way the trade went down and everything else with it, Kleber said in a video clip shared by Price on X, formerly known as Twitter. But it's just a lot more fun to see him smile and having fun on the court. Obviously everybody else on the team supports it and just wants to see him have joy too because it helps us too. Price added in his post that Kleber, who played alongside Doncic in Dallas for 5 seasons, expressed that it meant a lot to see his former teammate outwardly happier and more vocal with the Lakers. During Kleber's availability, Doncic could be heard enthusiastically cheering him on, shouting "Oh yeah Maxi! Yeah Maxi!" in the background, a moment that captured the camaraderie between the two.